Now, we will continue the game inheritance hierarchy to learn the use of super. Let's modify the game start method to call the play method, as when the game is started, logic to play the game should start executing. The puzzle class has overridden the start method to choose a level, but it would like to use the default functionality of start as well, as it wants to reuse the code in the super class. This can be achieved by calling the start method of the super class by doing super.start. This will call the start method of game class after a level has been chosen. Java super keyword refers to the super class that the current class inherits. Let's test this by running puzzle test. It does call the start method of super class. Now, let's explore how the subclass and superclass objects are constructed when an object of subclass is created. Whenever we create a subclass object, the JVM will call the constructor of the superclass before calling constructor of the subclass. When a subclass object is created, the superclass constructor is also called. We have introduced constructors in the game, puzzle and word puzzle classes. The constructor simply prints a message. Now let's create an object of word puzzle. Java automatically inserts call to the superclass constructor in the subclass constructor. Thus, first game object is constructed, then puzzle object, and finally the word puzzle object. Automatic call to super in case of no argument constructor. What happens when the superclass constructor takes an argument? For example, each game should be invoked with a start time. Now the subclass constructors also get changed. In each constructor, we will need to explicitly call the superclass constructor with arguments. This can be done by calling super with the correct arguments. If we don't do this, compiler will give an error as there is no default constructor in the superclass. An implicit call to super tries to call the default constructor. Let's test this. The constructors are called properly. We learned the use of super in case of a superclass constructor with arguments and as well as no argument constructor. Now, you should attempt the programming challenges.